Welcome back into Tavern Takes. Today I have with me three of our usual suspects, Sawyer, Will, and Josh. Today we're going to do a little NFL free agency recap. Well, I guess not technically recap because it's still going on. But we'll hit on that. We'll hit on a little NBA talk, and then we'll, of course, talk college basketball because it is March. We will lead off with the NFL free agency. I'm just gonna go first because I feel like my team has done
You just want to hear you're right. That's all you want to hear.
quite a bit in the last week. Literally, Seattle pretty much changed everything. I lost 2 jerseys this week. R.I.P. DK Metcalf. R.I.P. Tyler Lockett. We lost Geno and turned it into Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp, and DeMarcus Lawrence. So, I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird time to be a Seattle fan.
What did you guys give DeMarcus Lawrence?
3 years, $42 million.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
He's good. I didn't realize you guys signed him.
Yeah.
You guys were terrible against the run.
Our front seven is going to be filthy.
I find his Super Bowl comments funny, though. That he won't win a Super Bowl in Dallas, so he goes to Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
As if he's going to win a Super Bowl.
Did you see that? Yeah, that was kind of wild.
I mean, he's not going to win one in
Seattle,
Dallas, but probably not in Seattle either.
Right.
But underrated, I think Seattle's biggest kid is Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I don't know if you can argue.
MVS.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That happened?
I just saw that number. Yeah. 1 for 5.
We did get MVS.
MVS stays paid.
He does.
He
likes
single-handedly won me 2 fantasy matchups in Dynasty last year. So I'm a big MVS fan.
He likes Kubiak because we have the Saints offensive coordinator from last year. That's our OC now.
Yeah.
So that's why MVS came.
You'll like him as a deep threat. You'll hate his drops, but he does draw coverage. So
I think I got Sentel'd.
On what?
You got Sentel'd?
I thought I was just about to say that Jamar Chase just got paid, but I definitely did not see that. Because I saw he got a huge contract. It was like to make him the highest non-paid quarterback, but that was wrong. So I got Sentel'd.
I did see a report earlier today that they are like working nonstop to try and get Chase and Higgins contract done. So, I mean, I haven't seen anything official, but
they're going to score 40 points a game while also giving up 40 points a game.
You're not wrong.
But it'll be fun to watch.
Yes, it will. I mean, Bengals will. As long as Joe Burr's slinging that rock around, Bengals are always going to be fun to watch. What else we think with the big news?
So Javon Holland, the safety for the Dolphins.
Yep.
He was in an interview. He did a couple podcasts where he talked about what he's looking forward in his next team, and he said he wanted a stable quarterback, like good coaching staff, and good ownership, and he signs with the Giants.
He just wanted money. It turned out.
He got paid. He got about $15 million a year.
It's the same thing with DK. I want to play somewhere warm. I want a good quarterback. And then they send him to Pittsburgh where it's cold and they have no quarterback right now.
Actually, I would just like to get paid.
Yeah. Actually, I just want a lot of money.
Ask Miles.
It's like Jimmy and losing his joy. The moment he got paid $100 million plus, he got his joy back.
$100 million will do that. Can't say I know what that feels like, but $100 million should do that. Sawyer, any Giant Texans moves? Like other than the Tunsil trade?
Well, yeah, trading away Tunsil, trading for CJ Gardner-Johnson, I think is huge.
I did see that.
He's a dog.
That secondary is that.
Shout out Florida.
Give me a better secondary in the league, and I'll call you a liar. But Otherwise, no really huge splashes. A lot of mid-level wide receivers, corners. I think we signed a linebacker too. Not really nothing crazy going on other than the couple trades we've had. I don't know if we're gonna have an offensive line next year. Like I don't know if we have enough guys to have.
I don't know if we're fielding one this year.
Texans go. Our second-year quarterback struggled. Let's get him killed.
Let's get rid of all of our offensive line. But no, I think we will use 2 of our first 3 draft picks on offensive line.
It's a good draft for that. So
That's the plan there. But yeah, as of now, we don't have a starting offensive line. So obviously, I'm interested to see how that turns out. But otherwise, I really have no complaints about anything so far.
who needs an offensive line when you got Braxton Berrios back there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping he gets cut before the season starts.
You don't want to see Alex Earl podcasting about your team all day?
No, I don't. I don't. I didn't know who Alex Earl was until earlier this week, but yeah, no, I don't need to hear any more about it.
I too only found out when she started dating Braxton.
Yeah.
NFL Man is what his nickname is, if you're wondering.
Oh, well, kind of. I mean, how many snaps are we talking?
One is too much. He's not good.
All-pro kick returner. I think I read that somewhere.
Like 5 years ago.
Oh, well, hey, still counts.
Back in the Vietnam War.
But Texans did sign Justin Watson, white guy from the Chiefs, who, I don't know, that kind of interested me. Obviously, he's never done anything crazy, but he'll make a play on a deep ball every once in a while. Feels like we needed a depth wide receiver like that. Just a guy who can, like, catch the ball.
Josh, I'd ask you about the Packers, but
Crickets. No, they signed Nate Hobbs.
Well,
That's a good signing.
Right, so I am in the camp that I'm not. Wide receiver 1 is obviously disappointing, but like I'm not like super mad about what we've done. Really, like we were gonna have to get an offensive lineman because we lost Josh Myers and we got Aaron Banks back, which is gonna move Elton Jenkins over to center, which is actually probably better in the long run. And then Hobbs, like we got another corner. We were out to go get a corner. We got a corner, and I've been hearing a lot of Packer people talk that Nate Hobbs probably should have been like better than Stokes at the time of the draft when we drafted Stokes. So the Raiders guys, I listened to the Locked On Raiders just to get the opinion, and they liked him. You know, they said he's a dog, so I'll take it. Maybe they keep Jair. Like, there's no Jair news, so I mean, I don't think you.
No market for him, I'll tell you that.
Huh?
There's not much of a market for Jair.
I think after the draft or after June 1st, a lot of teams will have more money to play with.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I'm in the camp that like I'm not mad. I'm just like, all right, like we're in on everybody again. Once again, we don't sign anybody. We don't do anything. Once again, like it's no surprise really. Just get our hopes up for DK, Devontae, Cooper Kupp, any one of these guys. But I will say, if we get Trey Hendrickson, nothing matters.
He'd be a good pickup. So Josh, I have a question for you. Did you see Eric Stokes' interview?
Yes. Can you confirm there's nothing to eat after 10 o'clock?
He's right. He's right, dude. After 10, like especially in the weekday, this place is bare. Alexis and I always complain about the food scene in Green Bay after 10 o'clock. Like
After 10 o'clock, it's Quick Trip and Taco Bell. Those are the only 2 options.
Yeah, I saw somebody saying Taco Bell. You know I love Taco Bell. But somebody was like, yeah, he must not frequent Quick Trip. Dude, did you guys know that at Quick Trip you can order anything ahead?
yeah.
You just go and pick it up. I've never done it, but I did know you could.
App.
Yep.
I've
Did you
never done
see,
it either, so you can do that.
Will, to add to the Eric Stokes interview, did you see what Rasul Douglas commented back at him?
Was it the big back one, or he said he was big back? I think.
No. Rasul Douglas like commented. I don't remember what fast food restaurant it was, but he was like, says the guy who goes to like X.
Oh,
fast-
Texas Roadhouse. Yep, Texas
Yeah,
Roadhouse.
Texas
And he's,
Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah, he was eating all
he's
the
all the
biscuits.
buns.
That's the guy who like eats all the bread at Texas Roadhouse all the time or something like that.
Can't blame him though. Those are some good buns, man.
Yeah, they are.
With that
But no,
butter.
I don't know.
That
I mean-
cinnamon butter be dangerous.
Mm.
It is
They
dangerous.
sell it at, if anyone's wondering, they sell it at Walmart now, and they also sell the buns. Since we're talking about big backs here.
But no, like
Cool.
I
Go
guess to recap the Packer thing though, like I mean, like Aaron Banks, he seems solid. He hasn't given up a sack he gave up 1 sack in like 2 years. Like it's solid
Yeah, he's
protection, I guess. I mean,
solid. Got a PFF grade of 65. That's what you want in
Not
your
all-
offensive
not
line.
all-
PFS is trash.
I know. I just had to give him crap because
Go
I
ahead.
saw his highest PFF grade was like 70 or something.
So Cole, is Pharaoh Brown? Is he worth a damn? Is he a good blocker? What is he? He's the Dolphins signed him for peanuts, but
He was a Texan 2 years ago, I think, maybe 3 years ago. It's not awful.
oh,
No,
that
he's
makes
not
sense.
awful.
Slowick. We just need somebody that can block.
Yeah. He's not like, I don't know. I wouldn't call him a top 25 tight end in the league, but a decent second tight end.
Will he not get called? Will he not get called for at least one holding penalty a game? Because that's all I'm looking for at tight end.
I don't think he had holding issues.
Oh, you had me there. One signing that I did like from Seattle was Tevin Jenkins. I thought that was a good.
They haven't signed. They haven't signed.
Oh, he met with them.
No, he's meeting with them on Monday.
Today, actually.
No, I just saw Schefter literally a couple hours ago said they were meeting on Monday.
Oh, maybe he tweeted that today. You're right.
Yeah, they're meeting on Monday.
I've been saying
But
Cole's
But yes,
right a lot
if they
lately.
get
Good
Tevin,
place to be.
what?
Is Keenan Allen a free agent?
He hasn't been signed
Yes,
yet.
he is.
Bring him over.
Ugh. He can't move.
I don't care. We need a vet.
Guy's got rocks in his shoes. So Tyler Lockett can have.
You
Tyler
guys know
Lockett.
the Packers need somebody that can take the top off without Christian.
Yeah, without Christian being there, yeah.
I heard Miami has a receiver.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
hard
Is
to.
he on the market? Is he on the open market?
Honestly, I think this would be. I wouldn't mind if he gets traded. That would be a good spot for him, but never happened. It's too cold. But
I would be tempted to take the risk for sure.
why wouldn't you?
Houston, I could see. Green Bay, I could not.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, Green Bay couldn't.
Too many 40-year-old white guys that are fans of the Packers to let a guy who beats people on their team. So I don't
think.
I don't know about that.
He just has a lot of kids.
But Latroy Guion, that guy got arrested.
Yeah.
He's
Shout
got
out.
like 10
He's
assault
white.
charges.
Najee Davenport, did we forget about him?
What did he do?
Closet shitter, dude. He beat his girlfriend and shit in her closet.
What?
What?
Called him poopy
Excuse
for a
me?
reason.
I'm not even kidding.
No, that's a true story.
He dumped in her closet?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, classy.
This
We don't
podcast
come-
is getting off the rails.
We don't confirm or deny
This
things.
got
here in Green Bay.
sideways real quick, gentlemen.
On the right, we crushed the whole series.
So, Will, anything Miami?
I just asked you. Oh, that I liked. I liked. They signed. They signed Westbrook Akina. Pretty happy because the Dolphins haven't signed a receiver over 6 foot in years. He's at
That
least
dude
6'2",
does catch tuds. That dude.
and
catches
he can
tuds.
block. And he can block. I'm asking for a lot here.
I think
And he can block.
you guys are in a similar situation to us where you needed some sort of depth wide receiver who can do things like block and catch like a ball in between the numbers for 6 yards.
Or just be tall.
Yeah.
Because it was either Janu or that's it. There was nobody else that was tall. No, I'm really excited about that signing. But other than that,
Ashton
think-
Davis.
I mean, depth player. So funny story. So Javon got $15 million a year. We signed Ashton for like 3, and
2.5.
yep, and he has more interceptions than Javon has, and he's played like in 1/3 of the games. So hey, see that as an improvement. And then we signed the safety from Detroit. I can't say his last name or first name, and he doesn't play a lot, so he looks like
don't know
a
how to
Greer.
pronounce it?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Melifonwu?
Oh,
Yep, him. And and then my second favorite signing has been James Daniels, a guard. He actually played for Detroit, not Detroit,
3-year,
Chicago.
24 million.
Yep, I think we got him for a good deal. It fits right guard. Liam Eichenberg, I'm not happy we re-signed him, but as a fourth guard, fine. So he'll fit right into that right guard spot. I think I'm pretty pumped about that.
You don't want
I
to
still
talk
think-
about Zach Wilson at all?
I hope he doesn't
you
play.
guys signed Zach Wilson?
Yeah, gave him too much money too. 1 year, $6 million.
Let's be real. He's gonna play.
You gave Zach
Well,
Wilson
that's what I said, I
$6 million
hope.
to throw the ball?
For 1 year, yeah.
That's so terrible.
You will
Yeah,
see
so-
him on the field at least twice this year.
I hope not, but I don't think you're wrong, and I would not bet against you on that.
My dynasty team was excited to see him sign with the Dolphins.
Honestly, if he does play,
He can put up some numbers.
you know what I saw happen with McDaniel building up Tua. the dude has skills. You can say whatever you want about Zach Wilson and him liking Mills and shit, but the man can sling it. Not like it doesn't give you the. Sometimes he slings it to the other team.
Yeah.
But if he can get out of that, we might have something. But then again, if your quarterback goes out, you're done anyway. So at least it'll be fun to watch.
Not one Malik Wilson or Malik Willis. I mean,
Well, he should be the starter.
Oh, there's. Go ahead, Sawyer.
I was just gonna ask about what you guys think about Joey Bosa in Buffalo.
So I hope it goes terrible for them, but I think they got a good deal.
I thought they
And
got a good deal. I thought they got
Oh,
a really
never
good
mind.
deal.
Never mind.
I saw a
What are
funny
you?
tweet.
What is?
I saw a funny tweet about him, and it was something about like the Trump administration got more protection up at the Canadian border or whatever with Joey Bosa going to Buffalo.
I did see that.
I saw that one too.
That was funny. That made me laugh.
Because the Bills are losing, we don't know yet, but I don't think they're going to re-sign Von Miller. So if Joey Bosa can play, I mean, he's played 16 games like twice in his career, so he doesn't play a lot. But if he
I
plays,
assume they'll do like a similar thing that they did with Von Miller, though, where during the regular season his snaps are very limited, and they're just trying to have him ready for the playoffs early.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
agree with
hope
that.
I hope they just burn him out in the first 2 games.
Is Aaron Rodgers a Steeler for sure? Or
That's the other thing I was going to bring up next.
So-
Was what's going on with Raj?
I'd say Steelers probably.
I think he's gonna drag his feet for too long, and then Russell Wilson's gonna resign and the only reason I'm saying this is because I saw Russell Wilson like congratulate DK on his engagement or something. That's the only reason I'm saying this. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna wait too long, and Russell Wilson's gonna resign because Pittsburgh's not gonna wait for him, and then Aaron Rodgers is gonna be stuck with the Giants. That's my prediction.
or Minnesota.
Is it stuck with the Giants though? You do get to throw the ball to Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, and then and literally get killed because they have no offensive line.
No offensive line. Yeah.
You don't need one of those.
What happened? I mean, the last 2 seasons he hasn't he hasn't done well.
The NFL script writers want him to go to Minnesota, and
No
wife,
way. I don't
my
think it-
wife is a diehard Vikings fan, and I do not think that she would much appreciate that.
It's JJ.
But we're
JJ's
gonna
not
we're gonna bring her in.
JJ's
We're gonna bring her in here and ask her. So, but
JJ's
anyway,
not going to be ready before the season, though, is he?
Why wouldn't he be?
He got a second knee surgery.
When he? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
He got a second
Who
knee
got a
surgery.
second
I don't
knee
think he's going to be
surgery?
ready before the
And
season.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be ready for the start of the season.
I thought so too.
Thought I heard different that he may not be. He might be, but like I heard there's like rumors that he might not be, which is why Vikings might be looking for a vet.
Yeah, but
I don't think
there's
Aaron Rodgers is
Brett
the
and there's
player for
Aaron
that.
Rodgers.
I
mean,
can see
are
like a
you sure
Russell Wilson
JJ is
being
good?
perfect for it.
Oh, Russell Wilson would.
They have to give him a chance. We can't be sure, but they have to give him a chance.
They do. They invested a first round draft pick on him. They have to. But also just speaking of quarterback talk, I guess, is Russ going to the Browns potentially if it's not the Steelers?
No, the Browns are taking Cam Ward, right?
He met with the Browns.
You want Russ there.
He met with them. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
I
meeting.
mean, I shouldn't expect the Browns to move with
Do
them,
anything smart.
but
Yeah.
that would be so dumb.
Did you see? So they traded for Kenny Pickett. Did you see the meme where it's like Russell Wilson anytime Kenny Pickett tries to get a starting job? It's like it's the Pop-Tarts mascot sneaking up behind the ref at the Pop-Tarts bowl. It's like Kenny Pickett every time he tries to get, or Russell Wilson every time Kenny Pickett tries to get a starting job.
You think
Isn't
that
he-
they're gonna just? I think they're kind of stuck with Deshaun.
All right, we're gonna bring on the resident Vikings fan here real quick before we go back to the Deshaun talk. Tell us what you think of Aaron Rodgers being your starting quarterback next year potentially.
Oh, that's a heck to the no. We do not want him on our roster. He's a piece of trash now. washed.
Fulfill the Brett Favre dynasty. Just do it. Or the legacy.
Nope.
Yeah.
I bought in when he was on the team and he couldn't take us to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, he played like crap with Jets. We're all
You didn't have an
JJ.
offensive line. You got a better offensive
JJ,
line. Better
JJ
coach.
to
Good
JJ
offensive
this
line,
year.
Kevin O'Connor. Come on.
Yeah. Better coach.
You know,
better
we have a
weapons,
new center now. We've
Great
got
defense.
lots of weapons.
Good defense. You got
Seems like
Aaron
the
Jones
perfect
back there.
situation
That's
for
his
him.
boy.
A Flores-led defense. Shout out Miami.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
Aaron Jones.
So
You got Aaron Jones back
maybe he'll just go back to the Packers because your
Oh.
quarterback's been struggling lately.
Shots fired.
there. All right.
Go back
Yeah.
to the homeland.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be the
Okay,
Packers'
Mike.
offensive coordinator next year.
Can we
Huh?
get this special guest off the show now again? Or
That's all I needed.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to kick her out.
She can't hear you
No,
anymore.
I,
So now she hates
she couldn't
you.
hear you anymore. I have the headphones up.
Yeah, now she hates you, Josh.
That's all right. We talk shit to
I
each
did-
other all the time.
Oh, yeah. So that's Minnesota's perspective on Aaron Rodgers being their quarterback next year. But no, you're right, Will. Back to Deshaun. I keep thinking, how do they not stick with Deshaun? Like you just have to.
Dude, I don't think they have a choice.
I mean, like, what do you mean by stick with him? Like,
Cut him.
you're gonna start him week 1 next year?
Yeah.
Do you have another option?
You're starting Deshaun Watson next year after what happened
tore
this
his-
year?
He tore his
Yeah,
Achilles.
you always have another option.
He should be ready by the start of next season.
Even if he's ready, I don't know if he will be or not. But even if he's ready, there's no way in hell you can put Deshaun Watson out there week 1.
Nah, I
There's no.
agree.
I mean, when you're paying
I
him $46
disagree.
million,
Who cares? You already know it's not going to work. You don't got to waste your time any longer.
Right. I agree.
there's,
I don't know.
I think they're
Asshole made
stuck.
exactly the brightest bulb on the tree, as we know.
Well, yeah, believe me, I know all too well. But
I think they're
No,
stuck.
he didn't have all the allegations in Houston. So do you know all too well?
I'm talking about Haslam. I know. Haslam ruined my NBA.
Yeah,
franchise.
we're not talking about Deshaun.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, Haslam of all people. He's the cheapest owner on earth.
Yeah. So
He's paying him $46 million. He has an $81 million cap hit.
But you're paying your first round pick close to the same, no matter what.
I have yet to see a mock draft. I have yet to see a mock draft with the Browns drafting a quarterback.
You have to.
I do
That's-
too.
You have to. Like,
I don't think they're going to.
that's crazy.
I think they get a quarterback. Well, I think they might try and trot Kenny Pickett out there, to be honest with you.
I think they bring up Kenny Pickett or another vet and see what happens.
That's
But
better than Deshaun.
they're so stupid. So
Is it?
they give
Pickett better than Deshaun?
Yes. Not that Kenny Pickett's good, but yes. Did you watch Deshaun last year?
Did you watch Kenny Pickett?
He's a Super Bowl winner. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, he's got a ring.
Yeah. He took a knee in the Super Bowl, dude.
And he played okay
The only
in
thing,
that
the only
Commanders
thing
game.
Kenny Pickett did for that team is come in and lose that Commanders game at the end of the
He
season.
played okay. He played
his
okay.
hands are too small to be a starter in the NFL.
3 touchdown lead. Oh God, he's not an NFL starter.
His hands are too small. I don't think Deshaun's good. All I'm saying is the money. He makes too much money to not at least be the guy for
That's
one
where I
more
agree
season.
with Will. Yeah, that's where I
Who
agree.
would've- like,
I'm not
fans aren't
saying
going to go
he's
to
good.
games.
Yeah.
Do
I
they
don't know,
already?
the fan base is
It's
pretty
Cleveland.
fragile.
It's Cleveland. What else do they have to do?
Bro, they showed up when they were 0-16.
Stadium
You think
wasn't
they're not
full.
going to show up because you think they're not going to show up because they're starting a rapist now or what?
I'd hope not. I mean, that's a good reason.
That's a good reason not to.
You would
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
haven't stopped them so far. Anyone other than Rodgers left that we want to talk about that grabs anyone's eye or any other moves
Can I
that
just
we
give my free agency winner to this point?
go for it?
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams.
Fuck me.
Adams.
Why?
Retaining Stafford, getting Devontae Adams, getting Puna Ford. That defensive line is going to be nasty next year. Rams are going to be fucking good.
Yes, they are.
Are we?
So talking about Puna Ford.
go ahead.
So I saw I forgot what podcast it was, but Jason Kelsey was on and he was talking about like the
Oh
toughest
yeah, no,
guys
I know what you're
to
talking about.
that he saw as a center to defend. And he named Puna Ford. He's just like he's as short as me
PMT.
and has long arms with a strong base. Huh? It was it PMT? Yeah. So I think I can't disagree as far as like them being having a good offseason. But we know that the team that doesn't win the offseason, that wins the offseason doesn't always translate to wins. Shout out Dolphins. Shout out Steven Ross.
Where?
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that was the Texans last year. It didn't. I mean, we were still good, but we didn't win the Super Bowl.
I want to hear your guys' opinion on this. Just me being a Packers fan, and I'm not gonna get a biased opinion on this. But where do we think Chicago lands on the free agency? Like how well they've done. How do you think they're gonna be this year?
I mean, the most important thing to me for Chicago is they got Ben Johnson. Like that, to me, that makes them a winner in general. Otherwise, I like the things they did on the offensive line. With
I was gonna say they got offensive line help.
Julian Dahlman.
They got a couple guys that I wanted.
Really
like-
looking through what they did. It was all interior offensive line and interior defensive line.
Because I was gonna say like they've been very active. Like, and I don't know, like Bears fans are up Packers fans' ass saying that they're gonna get them again, which they always are. So whatever. But
I had
was
to
just-
bring
Oh,
on
and
that
they-
special
oh wow.
guest
They
real
also
quick.
signed Grady Jarrett.
yeah,
I got to bring
We
on a special
do this. We
real
do this
quick.
often with them.
we do.
Gentlemen,
I
Hey,
like
props.
I welcome in my dad, Dan Schwartz, coming in to say hi.
how's it
Welcome.
going? I overheard a little bit of the discussion, but yeah, it's best time of one of the best times of the year for sports, obviously. With the tournament coming up, and I'm a golfer, so got the Masters coming up in a few 3-4 weeks, but pretty good time of year. I'm a little disappointed with some of the state teams. You know, Wisconsin laying the egg against Penn State was ugly. They're bouncing back pretty good here in the tournament. and Marquette, they just seem to struggle to score here the last few weeks. And Cam's gotten hot again, which is good for them, but
It's been Cam Jones or nothing, though.
they don't have much else right now. Yeah, I was, and I guess I've watched some games. I haven't watched a ton, but they just seemed incessant on getting to the basket and then kicking it out for a three today. And I don't know how many balls got stolen where it looked like they could have got a layup. So
A lot of turnovers.
yeah, I don't know if that's part of the strategy, but St. John's caught on to it in the second half there pretty quick. But
Yeah, I think that's also just a tough matchup for us. They're just more athletic on the wings, and even when we get by them, it seems like we still can't get up a clean shot.
The Johnnies are a good team.
They're big
Yeah.
enough.
Don't
They
doubt
are,
them.
I've been fairly impressed with them. The rest of the conference is a little down. I think, UConn's been up and down. They've looked really good against Marquette. They've looked kind of poor against some of the other schools. Creighton's decent. They'll get their 4 or 5. I mean, Xavier's sitting on the edge. They'll probably get in.
I think they belong in. I don't know if they'll get in. But.
Yeah, and Carolina helped themselves tonight, even though they lost in a tough game. They helped themselves, so they'll probably be in. And some of these other conferences, it'll be the bid stealers that'll determine whether the Xaviers and some of the other teams get in. But yeah. All right,
Thanks for
I'll let
stopping
you-
by.
Dan, no, you can't go yet, Dan. Dan can't go yet. We need a bold
Make sure
prediction.
you guys
How's
make sure
Wisconsin doing tomorrow?
What's that?
How's this?
We need a bold prediction. We need a.
The only team I didn't want to play in the tournament was Maryland. I think Maryland's a bad matchup for us. I think Maryland's really good, actually. I think Maryland's might be the best team in the Big Ten. So I kind of like the UCLA rematch today, which obviously turned out really well. And I think Michigan State is, they shot pretty well against us. Was it a
did.
week or two ago? And we didn't shoot very well. So I think that's definitely a winnable game. But
Yeah.
I think they got a chance to play on Sunday for sure. A halfway decent chance. So, all right. But make sure you
I like
beat
him in the rematch.
Yeah, make sure you beat him up a little bit more tonight.
Oh, they do.
Absolutely.
He makes it easy.
Those cold takes.
All right. Sorry for the little side thing there, going on a little college basketball tangent.
You can edit that.
He wanted to come on and talk basketball, so I wanted to get him on and got my wife on. So I'm a happy camper. What were you saying
Cole's
about
just a
Grady?
family man.
What were you saying about Grady Jarrett before we switched up?
Oh, we're going back to that. I was just saying, like, I forgot they signed Grady Jarrett. I think that's a good signing all around. They're just going after the trenches. And if you seen anything from the past Super Bowl, like, I'm not saying the Bears are even close to it, but if you see like good roster construction, it's typically been teams that build from the trenches.
Yeah.
Inside out.
Yep.
Before we go ahead, Josh.
I was just saying, all I gotta say about Grady Jarrett is that the Bears just still have Packers living rent free in their head, because his interview, all he did was talk about the Packers. All Ben Johnson did is talk about the Packers. Bears just have Packers living rent free in their heads, and it's just so annoying.
In their defense, they haven't really beat the Packers. So until they do, they kind of.
Well, wait a second. The last time they played, the Bears won that game.
Then, all right, the one game. Then in
Caleb Williams, on aggregate, has scored more points against the Packers than the Packers have scored against him. I'm just saying.
Just stating facts.
This is what we're looking for.
You can't. That's an objective fact.
I got nothing.
So before we kind of move off the NFL here, I happened to see Colin Cowherd for some reason decided to give his NFC playoff picks. Like he ran
In
through
March?
the division. Yeah. Like I believe it was yesterday.
Sounds like a cow
And,
turd move.
Yeah. These were some wild NFC predictions. Well, I shouldn't say wild, but
Ratings must be down.
yeah, ratings are down. Let's put it that way.
I get
Because
people talking.
you had the Eagles and the Commanders making the playoffs in the NFC. Cowboys in third in the NFC East, and then the Giants in fourth. In the NFC South, he had Atlanta, Tampa, Carolina, New Orleans. Atlanta being the only team from the South making the playoffs. In the North, he had Minnesota fourth. He had Green Bay third. He had Chicago second, and he had Detroit first. And he had he had Detroit and Chicago making the playoffs in that division. And in the West, he had the Rams 1, Seattle 2, 49ers 3, and Cardinals 4. Now,
Can't really
before we
argue
talk-
that one.
Before we talk, he did say that the Packers and Bears, well, like, he thinks it comes down to the last week of the season. It wasn't like a definitive anything. Same thing with Seahawks 49ers. Thinks it comes down to the last week of the season. And those two teams can be flip-flop for playoffs. But for the sake of what he picked, he had Bears and Seahawks instead of 49ers and Packers.
He said the Vikings have the worst roster in the NFC.
Yeah,
North.
he did. He said they have the worst roster in that
That's
division.
definitely. I mean, he's going for a reaction there, but I mean, would it be crazy if the Vikings took fourth in the North?
I
I don't think it would be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be
I think they have
crazy.
the biggest question at quarterback. It's the most important
That's
position
why I
in the
don't think
league.
it would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have the best roster, I think.
Yeah, outside of quarterback, I can't argue that. They've done a really good job in free agency too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Brought in like a lot of dudes. And they brought back Byron Murphy and
Hey.
like they killed free agency, I'll say that.
and in the NFC North, quarterback wise, there's a lot of talent, but we can't say that there's talent that any of that talent has really shown to be like the guy. Like none of those guys can have proven that they're the guy, like the it guy. Like so,
Jared Goff
If
has
Mc-
won a shit ton of playoff games.
he's won, but he's
Goff
always
is-
falling short. He's always falling
Goff
short.
is
He's
the
never
only
won a
one.
Super Bowl, correct? But he's won a lot of playoff games.
He's been to
He
one.
has, but you're not scared of the Lions because of Jared Goff. You're scared of the Lions
No.
because of their trenches. And that's
Damn,
that's my
yeah.
point. And that's my point with Minnesota. Like all JJ has to do is not turn the ball over, and they're probably going to be pretty good.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
there's
if-
a reason you're afraid of Detroit. What are you afraid of Minnesota? Is anybody afraid to play Minnesota in the playoffs ever?
No.
Yeah.
No.
The Rams
wouldn't
went this
be.
year.
But is anybody afraid of the Bears?
I mean, no. Like,
Is anybody afraid of the Packers?
Gotta be honest, no.
Some people are
Exactly.
afraid of the G. It's the history. Are you afraid of the current roster? No.
We're talking today, current roster. No, and I mean, it's
Jordan-
March. A lot
Jordan-
can change. They could trade for Max Crosby, not Max Crosby, a big time
Trey
edge
Hendrickson.
rusher. Yeah, and we're talking something different. But as it stands today, no. And then we don't know what's going to happen with Jair. We don't know. There's still a lot of good players out there in free agency too, so a lot can change. But I'm just saying, I don't think they're the worst roster, and I just like the coach in Minnesota. I think he can coach JJ to be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I mean, he won 14 games with Sam Darnold.
AOC, yeah.
he's a top
Also,
3-4 coach in the league. I mean, hands down, not even close.
Jordan Love against teams that made the playoffs last year, 2-8 with a 80 point something QBR rating. Why would you fear that in the playoffs?
Cole was
I'm not
sitting
saying
on that
I'm not
one.
saying as a Seattle fan that
Yeah,
like
he was sitting on that.
Seattle's like all high and mighty or anything, but I would not fear it if I had a good team, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't have a good team, but if I
Breaking
had a
news:
good
Cooper
team, I'd have
Flag.
it in the
Cooper
playoffs.
Flag missing the ACC title game. Not like we didn't expect him to, but
I expected that.
Sprained ankle, yeah, you would not. I didn't think there was a chance he was playing
now it's
the rest of
confirmed.
the week. Why would you? Breaking moves. All right, let's go on to some NBA. Will, I know you wanted to talk some Miami Heat because they're on a 6-game losing streak, which you think could be 10.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at their schedule, it's tough. So they're at 6 games lost right now, and they play the Grizzlies, the Knicks, the Pistons, the Rockets, and the next 4 games. So, brother, we might be seeing the first double-digit losing streak, I think, ever in my Heat lifetime, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
The year Dwayne Wade got hurt and they won like 17 games, I bet you there was a double-digit losing streak in there.
It's closer's mentality. I don't remember
The
that.
year they took Michael Beasley in the draft.
I don't remember that. So it didn't happen.
Be easy.
But yeah, I mean, they're bad.
They're bad.
They don't really have a true superstar. They don't really have a good supporting cast. I mean, you'll say they have a good coach, but
they have a lot of pieces. They have a lot.
Doesn't say he's not a good coach, but
they have a lot of pieces. They have a lot of pieces that if you put a bona fide star there,
you had like prime LeBron James, yeah, they'd be.
No. I think you put
Giannis.
Well, I mean, duh. No, you could put a top 20 player in there, and I think you'll have a playoff team. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when he shows up, that's the thing. But I don't know. I think they have a lot of. I think like I said, I think they have a lot of pieces. A lot of they're set up well financially. This season, it's not going anywhere. I personally think that what needs to happen is they need to put a phantom injury to Bam and Tyler, and just tank the rest of the season and go get Cooper.
That adds up to the Spoelstra shaving points theory out there. That some would say.
We did shout that out, Sawyer. We did shout that out.
And I agreed with it.
I don't know who started that rumor, but it's got some legs. That's all.
It's out there. I've heard it. I don't know.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I've heard it in circles.
I wouldn't be shocked.
There's a lot of money in Miami. You know, who knows where it's going or why it's going, where it's going.
We know Terry Rozier's in debt, but Eric Spoelstra might be too. I mean,
divorce costs money, man.
Do we want to discuss the tragedy that was the 4-point play from the main front runner himself, Tyrese Halliburton?
Shout out North.
Travel.
Shout out KPJ. He hasn't beaten anybody since he's been on the Bucks. So putting up numbies, he's my guy. Good trade.
One thing that I found funny about the Bucks is you guys were talking like the Bucks were all the way back, and then they went on a 3-game losing streak.
That's just how being a Bucks fan has been this year. I've been in and out like 5 different times.
Although
it's true.
Although not that I take his commentary with a lot of salt sometimes, but did you see Shaq's little podcast that he did on his podcast saying that we are the biggest threat to the Celtics in the East because you better fear teams that go like this rather than just stay way up here like the Cavs. He says the Bucks are the biggest threat.
Not sure how I follow that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a ton of logic behind that, but I'll take it.
Shaq thinks we're still in the 90s, man. But I will say the Celtics. I don't know. I don't fear the Celtics. I'm just a Celtics non-believer. No matter what, I think they're very beatable.
And I love
and I can
that.
see it.
I think they're going. I know we've picked the Thunder, but realistically, I think they're going back to back. I just do.
No, I don't think it's happening.
Can we rewind to the Shaq thing? It's kind of bothering me a little bit. How do you say you would rather be a team that's up here than down here than up here than down here?
So there, I understand the logic. I understand the logic. Why? Because if you're a team that's hasn't had to face adversity all year, and then you go into the playoffs, and then you have to go into like a game 6, game 7. Like, you know, I feel like there is value into facing challenges throughout the season.
Cavs were down to Boston like 23-3, like literally 2 weeks ago, and they came back and beat them on the road.
Yeah,
That's kind of adversity to me.
Yeah, regular game.
It's a regular, yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like in facing like a tough season where there's some losing streaks, a lot of injuries, things like that you have to fight through. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying losing the game. And more to what I said. I think Boston is very beatable. I think they're a threes or die team. If their threes are not falling, then they have a hard time beating teams, and they're gonna have to win on the road a lot, especially if the Cavs go in get the first seed. So I don't.
Drew Holiday has gone back to being Drew Holiday.
Not today. Not fucking today.
No, well,
what do you do?
He dominated.
In the middle of this season, he hasn't been great.
He kicked the Heat's ass.
I do gotta say,
but you know what's gonna happen for Boston in the playoffs. Fucking Big Gay Al's gonna show up, and Big Gay Al's gonna do Big Gay Al.
Still good.
He's 40. He's still gonna torch everybody. I don't understand it.
Yeah, Drew went 5 of 8 from 3 today and had 25.
That's actually ridiculous.
He went 10 of 15 from the field, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
Hey, shout out Brandon Jennings though by saying that he was a better basketball player than Drew Holiday though.
He did say that. I just see that.
We need to have
him and his 0 rings.
Better career. Drew had a better career, but Jennings was a better player.
We might need
maybe
to start having a Timberwolves conversation, although we've been pretty high on them in this podcast.
Oh, a little more Rudy Gobert talk, huh?
Excuse me. We don't swear on this podcast. 2-7. Thank you very much. 2-7. No, I got to shout out Ant.
Yeah,
I love Ant, man. Well, they're playing well too. Like they won 6 in a row. Like everyone's talking about the Warriors because the Warriors are on a massive run with Jimmy, but Wolves have won 6 in a row too. All of a sudden, here come the Wolves. So, who now have the same record as the Warriors, might I add. I did not know the Wolves were on a 6-game winning streak until I just looked that up.
This podcast did say that the Warriors were going to get in the top 6 in standings.
I do believe the last time we ran through the predictions, this podcast had the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals.
Did we?
The Warrior and the Timberwolves actually have won 7 in a row.
Oh, is it 7 now?
Yep.
Hey,
is Ant still leading the league in 3-point shots made too, which is freaking insane.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right. I did see that.
That's downright disrespectful to the rest of the league, to be honest with you.
That
man's got no reason doing that shit.
And he's shooting a pretty good percentage too. Like he's not
No, I'm saying it's disrespectful because the man is this athletic god, and then all of a sudden now you're gonna let him start just cannon threes left and right.
I didn't know that.
That's a dangerous thought to think. Let's just put it that way. And Ant's only 21? How old is Ant?
He's older than that, isn't he?
Yeah, I think
he only played 1 year at Georgia.
You can't be older.
No, I think he's like 20. He has to be at least 22. He's 23.
Yeah.
23. I mean,
2001.
Okay, sorry. Still 23.
He so guess who's second in the league in 3 points made?
Made?
Yep.
Or shot?
Made.
Tyler Hero.
Is it Hero?
He's not top 5 anymore. He was for a while. Then he got hurt.
Well, you had that shitty grin on your face.
Bucks legend Malik Beasley.
Oh, he's been having a good year.
He has been having a good year.
Talking about good teams, Detroit.
Detroit's fun. I don't know if they're good. They're fun. They'll give the Knicks a series. They'll lose in 7.
They'll beat the Knicks.
Jalen
And
Brunson.
Tyler Hero's 6th in the league in 3 points made. Guess
And the
who's
Hawks are all the
guess
way up
who's
to the 7th seed.
yeah, because the East sucks. Guess who's 5th?
The East
Guess
is
who's
terrible.
4th, 5th, and 7th in 3 points made, and they play in the same team.
Is it Bucks players?
Nope. In the East,
6 and 7.
Oh, is it Celtics?
no, 4, 5, and 7. Tyler's 6th. Yes, Celtics. Jason Tatum, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard.
I knew Pritchard. Was there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How is he good? That's another thing I don't understand. F that guy. I do not like Peyton Pritchard.
He's shooting almost 47% from the field, 41.5 from 3, and I think he's averaging like 18 a game.
I just said I hate him.
I know. I'm just saying, like, oh shit. He's a heat killer, so I don't like the guy, but I respect him.
Anything else on the NBA, gentlemen?
Shout out to Steph. 4,000 career 3-pointers made. First one ever. It's pretty cool.
He's cooking. He's having a great time with Jimmy.
He is. Can't argue that.
It hurts me, but because I really wanted 2 picks in the top 15, but at this point, I want him to do well.
Yeah, I guess it's not really his fault.
All right, we're going to move on to some college basketball thanks to our producer, i.e. me, really kind of blowing that last little segment right there for everybody. So I apologize for that. But anyway, let's get into some conference tournament week talk. I'm going to lead this segment, and we're going to start off hot. Josh Sawyer, Josh Will, you might want to just mute because this is going to get ugly pretty quickly.
If you're about to go on a Badgers talk, I want to not be muted because I'll be ready.
Oh, we are going on a Badgers talk.
I'm ready.
Oh, I thought he was going to poke the bear.
Oh, I'm poking the bear. This is Badger Marquette talk. There's a bear getting poked. Sawyer's going to have some good counters, but I can't take shit from a guy whose team has not beat a tournament team in 2 months. Like, I got to listen to this guy yappy in our chat all day long. And you ain't beat a tournament team since we took I don't even know. Since the Vietnam War? Is that the last time you guys beat a tournament team this year?
Beat Xavier yesterday.
Xavier's not making the tournament. My dad doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Big East is garbage. Big East is garbage.
Well, so what's the Big Ten then? You know, way easier time with
Big
the Big
Ten's
Ten.
going to get 9-10. Big Ten's going to get 9-10 teams.
I think if Marquette was in the Big Ten, they'd
You
be
should get
undefeated.
3.
What's Marquette's record against the Big Ten? Just wondering. Asking for a friend.
Let me look here quick. Oh, it's 3-0. 3-0.
Oh,
3-0.
was that
went into Maryland,
was that in the month of
and
November? Oh, I believe
Hey.
that. I don't know if you guys knew this, but teams
I
get
would
better
love a
as the
Big Ten
season
draw. in the
goes
tournament.
along. Oh,
Give me a Big
please.
Ten. Give me UCLA in the first round. I would love it.
See that one. I'll give you.
You
I don't
can
think
love that
UCLA
one,
is
though.
all that
Like,
good.
They're not that good.
I don't think UCLA. I'm not going to war for UCLA. I'm going to war for Wisconsin right now.
Okay.
19 threes today. When's the last time Marquette hit
Against who?
combined 19 threes?
A team that you have no confidence in, UCLA.
Yeah, you kind
Point.
of got
Point.
there. But
I got there a little bit. Your team's still garbage. Everyone not named Cam Jones is garbage.
It was impressive.
And
Um,
And
I
I
have
want
a
to bring this
question.
up. Hold on. Before you retaliate, because I want you to be able to retaliate to this part too. Front Office Sports releases an article yesterday about your coach not even entertaining talking to NIL agents.
that was clickbait.
Your program is not good enough for you to not take people in the transfer portal and win championships.
It was pure
That is-
clickbait. All he was trying to say was that they should explore the name image part of that
okay.
more if they want to play at Marquette. If you read the
Okay,
actual
all right.
article,
I
instead of-
didn't read the actual article. I just read the. That's why. Okay,
Read the
all right,
article before you
I
talk.
submit that. Submit that. But that
Oh,
is
Cole, Cole is
unsuspecting.
notorious for
Wild
reading
statement.
headlines.
Notorious
That's a
headline
wild
It was,
reader.
statement.
Yeah.
hey, it was a good clickbait headline though. Credit to whoever did that.
Front office
Because it
sports
got
or
me
whatever it
too.
is.
I had
They had
Cole,
the-
Cole
they had the
pays.
yellow
Cole
check
pays for
mark.
the odds
They
for
had
the
like-
ads at front office sports.
Yeah, they had like the yellow check mark on Twitter. So I was like,
Yep.
or the artist formerly known as Twitter X, whatever.
Elon's gonna get you.
So I was like, whatever, like, oh, this is wild. Why would he do that? They definitely need some help in the portal.
Yeah, I mean, I think this will probably be the first year we truly go portaling because we will need a scorer for next year. But, yeah, no, Shaka's not saying no to all transfers as far as I know. There has been a
That would
confirmation
be.
there.
You
But,
guys are not good.
I want to talk
For the
about
record.
this. I want to talk about this. Really good team that you guys have, whose only good win is at Purdue. We beat you head to head. We're 3-0 against the Big Ten. Have we struggled as of late? Yeah. Are we world-beating great team that's going to win the national championship? Probably not.
But you hope so.
Still better than you.
No, you're not.
Absolutely are.
Head to head would tell you
Oh
you're
my God. In a
Marquette's better.
rematch. In a rematch right now, Wisconsin wins by 10.
I hope we get one.
Easily.
No chance. The thing about the Big Ten is it
What?
gets so convoluted because
Based
you
on
guys just
what?
play each other and end up thinking you're good, but you guys always lose in the first weekend. Everybody always loses other than Michigan State in the first weekend of the tournament.
Every time I pick a fucking
Purdue made
Big Ten team,
Purdue
I
made
feel
the
bad.
national championship last year. What are you talking about?
Purdue, Zach Edey one time. Who cares? How did they do? Who did they lose to? Who did they lose to?
Oh my God! See, you sit on this high horse because
So who do
the
they
Big
lose to,
East
Cole?
shits out one decent team a year, and it's never Marquette. By the way, Marquette never makes those championships
We were in the
or
Sweet
Final
16
Four
last
runs.
year.
So
When's the
you
last
just
time you were in
hit
a Sweet
yourself
16?
on that wagon, and you're like, Big East, even though your team ain't done jack shit.
We were in a Sweet 16 last year.
Oh,
Where
cool.
were you?
And you lost to 11 seed NC State.
You lost to 12 seed James Madison in the first round.
I didn't come into the year saying my team was national championship good.
Okay, so if there's a rematch,
Congrats
who
on
has?
your low expectations.
If there's a rematch, who has the best player in the court?
Wisconsin.
By what metric? Show me a metric that says that.
Any metric. My eyes.
Pick one. Pick one. Your
Any
eyes.
metric.
Cam Jones has more assists in a game than John Tonji does in a month,
In the game.
right?
John Tonji's led his
Cam
team
Jones
to top
has a-
25 wins.
Cam Jones has a 3.36 assist to turnover ratio. John Tonji's is negative, meaning less than one. He has more turnovers than assists this year.
What's Cam Jones shoot from the free throw line in the clutch when the game's on the line?
He's a bad free throw shooter for some reason, but I mean, what are we talking
58%
about?
for the
What are we
record.
talking about? Do you actually like which one's going to get drafted in the draft this summer?
I don't know that you could say that confidently.
Cam Jones is getting drafted.
The Heat have eyes on him.
The Heat have eyes on anyone that puts on a Marquette uniform.
Exactly.
Wonder why.
So your point
Marquette
is
and Kentucky.
I wonder
We
why.
always love Kentucky.
No. It's almost as embarrassing as, and I shouldn't say embarrassing. It's actually worked out for you a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler,
but it's
embarrassing.
almost, you guys might as well be the Georgia Eagles as well.
I hope so.
They won a
Another
championship.
example of this work.
I know. I have yet to see something negative. I hope you're right, Cole.
Well,
You've been right a lot lately.
Jimmy Butler just left your team high and dry.
We
Because-
wouldn't want to pay him.
yeah.
Finals appearances.
If I got $100 million, I would leave too.
You know, I would just love for Marquette to make a Final Four in the last 20 years.
Why don't we put our money where our mouth is, boys?
Who makes a further run this year? Gladly.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you want to do?
I'll double down with Cole then. Yeah.
What are my odds?
It's being recorded.
What do you mean?
What
What are your
odds?
odds?
I think it has to make it even. Make it even. Put your money where your mouth is. Come on, whip it out. Make it even.
I would put my money where my mouth is, but I also see where Sawyer's coming from because it's so matchup dependent.
Who cares?
It's not like you're playing each
It's
other.
March. It's March.
What do you
I'll
want to
do
do
it.
odds wise? What do you want to do
Doesn't-
odds wise? What were
Make
you
it
thinking?
even.
We can do it straight.
I like Will's idea. Make it even.
We can do it straight up. I'm fine with that.
Who goes further? What do you want to
Yeah.
do? 25, 50, 10, a drink. What do you want to do?
I don't care. Are both of you in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to double screw you.
Do
for
25
yeah,
apiece, so
that's
it's an
not
even
really-
50 for me.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree with that.
You heard it here first. The first Tavern Takes bet.
All right.
I do think Wisconsin goes further.
And
I just think
so you just
Wisconsin's
bet on it.
ceiling is higher.
and if
You
it's
just
a wash,
bet on it.
wait. If it's a wash, Will has to buy us all a drink.
That's fair.
Fuck, I'll take that.
Yeah. It was Wisconsin Marquette for the national championship.
Honestly, I feel like I should win too because I
Will's gonna
love
blow
Marquette.
everybody.
I win either way. I get to be entertained.
You win if it's
You
a
put
Wisconsin
yourself in a good
Marquette. You got to
situation.
blow everybody.
Oh no, hard pass. Sorry guys.
Oh, that's a win for you, Will.
I was talking about the drinking and the and both teams winning. Except Florida. Except we know Florida's gonna go further than both.
Honestly, that's hard to argue.
Did you see the team I saw today?
They look like the best team in the country today.
Yeah.
They look like a team who's gonna. They look like a team who's gonna lose to an 8 seed.
I was just saying, I gotta change my hot take from Auburn Duke to Florida just to piss Will off.
Duke. Okay, come on, guys. You
No,
literally
no,
just
no,
said
no.
Duke got help. All right. Well, they play
No,
Auburn
Will,
tomorrow.
I think we
They
need.
play
I think we
Auburn
need to
tomorrow.
get it. I think we need to make this a 3-way bet. I think Wisconsin goes further than Florida.
I don't want to make it a three-way bet because Florida is going to win that bet.
All right, Will, side piece $25 bet.
Yeah, what's the bet? And you got it.
Wisconsin goes further than Florida.
All right.
That's good. That's a great bet for you, Will. This
Um,
segment's worked out great for Will.
I told you I wouldn't either way. I'm loving this right now.
I'm not doubling down on that bet. So I'll stick with
I've
the
I've
Marquette
seen
one.
Florida. I've seen Florida score like 40 points twice this year.
And so we're talking about like tough conferences. You realize they play in the SEC.
Cool. One bad night, homie. One bad night. One bad night's all it takes. That's the beauty
So-
of March Madness.
So when Robert Morris beats Wisconsin in the first round,
Are they going to win their conference tournament? Oh,
I feel like I should have an escalator. I feel like there should be an escalator if a team does lose in the first round.
you know
like
what?
you have to go
what
double.
we should do here is
What if they all lose in the first round? Then what do we do?
I buy you guys drinks.
Will buys us all.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's right. What if Florida loses too? Oh, just a side bet then. Yeah.
Well, if Florida loses and nobody else, and one of them, and basically, if Florida loses in the first round, I have to pay 25 to Cole, and then if everybody loses, then I don't have to pay 25 and I have to buy a round. So,
Basically, you're paying $25 if Florida loses in the first round.
but they won't.
They won't. Correct.
Sawyer. Can you
Famous last words.
It's
Famous
happening.
last words.
It's
Can
happening
someone do
before.
me a favor and pull up the conference championship winners so far?
Oh, dude, I just had it up. I do have it up.
We're gonna do this live on the. We're gonna do this live on the pod right now, real quick.
What are we doing?
We're gonna do where we stand with our picks.
The conference winners, or you want me to see like the conference tournament? So like so far, the teams that
You
have
just
gotten
let me know
automatically in. So
Yeah,
right
just
now,
let me know the teams
oh,
that have won. So hold on, Will. Who won
the
the
conference
American
tournament.
Yeah.
American East tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll know.
Who's
Okay.
playing? Do you know?
No, I just know the matchup, but I'll find it.
I gotta pull back up my picks here.
Josh, do you
Dude.
have the? You said, or Will, you said you don't know the matchup?
I don't know the matchup, but tomorrow they play at 11, and
Okay.
it's Vermont is one of them, and I don't know who they're
Is
playing.
Bryant the other one?
I would imagine it's Brian.
Yes, I would too. And Will and Josh have Vermont.
Feeling good.
Sawyer has Bryant. And I have Vermont.
So far so good.
Go Bryant.
The American Athletic, so the AAC, I have Memphis.
At Memphis, I think.
Will has Memphis. Yep.
I was sad. I think we all have Memphis.
Do we all have Memphis?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. The A10. Who's left in that, Will? You got anything on that? Atlantic 10.
I think they already finished. Hold on.
No, that one
No,
doesn't.
doesn't the
get
A10 finish Sunday?
Yeah. So it is tomorrow. It's VCU and Loyola Chicago and George Mason and St. Joseph's. I have George
Okay.
Mason. I know that.
I'm out.
Yes, you do. You're
I'm
out,
out.
Josh?
I had Dayton.
You do have Dayton. Will, you have.
I
You
don't
have
remember.
George Mason. You have George Mason. As do I. ACC, I have Duke.
I think we all had Duke, didn't we?
I might
Yeah,
have
they
went-
Will
won.
has Duke.
Did I go
Yep.
Duke or Clemson there? I might have went Clemson.
You went Duke, Sawyer.
I did.
We all have Duke then.
Yep. Who won the A-Sun?
Lipscomb.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sawyer? Were they the 1 seed?
Yes.
Okay, so Sawyer had Lipscomb. Josh had
had
Lipscomb. Will had Florida, had Lob City.
Yep. That's the only reason I picked them.
And I have Lipscomb. So Big 12 is not done yet.
Nope.
But I have Iowa State, who is out.
I have Houston.
Yep, they're in.
Oh,
They beat
us
BYU.
three-
They beat
us three
BYU.
others had Houston, I think, right? Sorry, do you have Houston?
Josh has Houston. Yep.
I think I did.
And Sawyer has Texas Tech, who last I checked was losing to
Oh.
Arizona.
Never mind.
Sawyer has St. John's in the Big East.
Playing at home.
Josh has Marquette.
I have St. John's.
Yes, you
In
do.
parentheses, I put damn it. So
I actually picked Xavier.
Sounds about right.
Is is Big Sky done?
Yep. Montana. I
Yep.
had Montana.
I have Montana.
as did I.
Okay.
Same thing with Big South. I had High Point, and they won.
You guys have your picks up now. I don't have to keep
I got
scrolling up. and
Yeah,
down.
I got mine up.
Okay.
Big
I got
South, UNC Asheville.
I had Winthrop.
I think I had Asheville as well.
Sawyer, do you need me to double check?
Yeah, double check quick. I'm pulling mine up right now.
You do have Asheville.
Yeah, I had Asheville.
So Will takes the lead 2-1. Right as of right now.
Yep.
Big Ten is next.
1-1. No, Will, you didn't have we're actually all tied at 1.
Yeah, because the Will didn't have Lipscomb.
Yep. Will
No, yeah, I
have
didn't have
Lipscomb.
Lipscomb. No.
Big Ten not done.
I took Oregon.
I see
Michigan
that.
State.
I have Maryland.
I have Michigan State also.
Big West, is that done? No, that's still going too. Shoutouts Steve Lavin, right?
Yeah, that's San Diego. I took Irvine though.
I think I took Irvine as well.
I took San Diego.
As did I.
Who they're playing? So
Oh no, I took San Diego.
So Cal Poly and UC Irvine are playing right now.
For the championship?
No, they're playing to get to play UC San
San
Diego in the
Okay.
finals. So that one's
Um,
still alive. I'll see if I could find who's winning.
Is the Colonial done?
Yeah, UNC Wilmington won that.
Damn.
So did we all get it wrong?
Tigers.
I had Towson too.
As did I.
I had Townsend as well.
Damn. 0-4.
CUSA still going too, right?
Yes, that's a Sunday or a tomorrow one.
I was wrong.
Who's in that championship game?
I was wrong. It's Cal Poly and UC Irvine playing so they're starting in 4 minutes to play that game. So it hasn't started yet.
Okay. Who's in that Conference USA championship?
Not sure.
Yeah, that one's tomorrow, I think. I'll tell you in a second. I can't. That's not coming up too. Who do you guys have? I have Liberty.
I have Liberty.
I had Middle Tennessee.
I have Middle Tennessee as well.
So
but
we do have to.
It's JSU Liberty.
Let's go Liberty.
Yep, I can tell you that right now. Who ended up winning the Horizon?
Robert Morris.
Yeah,
Okay,
you,
I have.
you'll get to know them very well soon here.
Why you think they're going to be a 14 seed or what?
That's where they're trending.
Sheesh.
I have Milwaukee.
I have Milwaukee.
Yeah, I have Milwaukee.
We all have
Couldn't
Milwaukee.
pick Green Bay because Doug Gottlieb, so I took Milwaukee.
Fucking
Ugh.
Gottlieb.
He's
Speaking of clowns,
not good. They're
No.
so bad this year.
they're just terrible.
We should get Kyle Miles on the show here.
He hates me. I am officially blocked by him.
You go
'Cause I-
trolling?
Oh, I went trolling on Doug Gottlieb all year, and he was not a fan of that. Ivy League done?
No, it's Yale is gonna play Princeton.
Tomorrow?
Ideal.
Yep.
I have
I
Yale.
had Yale. So I think we all had Yale.
Who won the Metro?
Metro!
Metro Boomin.
It's not done yet.
Oh, really?
It's the
you
Metro
sure?
Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Yeah, MAAC.
Yep, it's not done yet. It's I don't know when the results are, but Merrimack was playing Mount.
Mount St. Mary's.
Yep, and then Quinnipiac was playing Iona. I think those two games ended.
Well, I had Marist, so I didn't get that one right.
Yeah, neither did I. I had the same thing as you, sir.
The championship game is tomorrow, and it is Mount St. Mary's versus Iona. You guys are correct.
So I'm wrong. I did not get that right.
No, I'm not either. I have Marist. The MAC, I have Akron. I suppose the MAC's still going.
I have Akron.
I thought,
Beat Toledo today. I know Akron's playing in the championship.
yeah, I was like, I know Akron's in it because I did also watch that.
Akron, Miami, Ohio, tomorrow.
Akron's good.
Yeah,
I
they
would
are.
not
Shout out
wanna play
LeBron.
Akron. Oh, so are we still all tied at 1 here? This is kind of embarrassing for us. I'm not gonna lie. We're
Are
into
you
the
surprised?
M's, guys.
All
We're
my
into the
wins are
M's,
coming
guys. So
tomorrow.
we have 1 point.
All
All
my
right,
wins
who
are
won the
coming
Mid
tomorrow.
Eastern?
It's not done yet.
So how is that one not done yet? I feel like that. Why do I feel like more tournaments are done by now?
I don't know, but yeah.
Looks like it's Norfolk versus SC State
South
tomorrow.
Carolina State. I had
Yeah,
Howard,
South Carolina State.
so I'm up.
I had Norfolk, so shout out Norfolk.
I have South Carolina State.
Yep, and they're playing.
Missouri Valley. Who won that?
I don't have that up.
That
yet
one's
either.
over. That one ended last Sunday. That one always ends.
Missouri Valley was Drake.
Was it Drake?
Damn.
I did have
Dang, I thought Drake was taking L's this year.
Yeah, we don't support pedophiles.
Not that
on
Drake.
this show.
I had Bradley because I
Brian Ward.
don't know.
Yep,
Brian
Drake
Ward.
beat Bradley.
That's
Right,
literally who.
Marquette alone.
I got the dub. I got 2 points.
I got 2 as well.
I got 0. I had UNI.
you and I. Mountain West, I had Boise State, who
It's-
I
it's
know
not
is still
done.
alive.
Yep, it's not done.
I have San Diego State.
They lost
I
to
had-
Boise last night. Yeah.
Yeah, I had San Diego as well.
I got New Mexico.
Boise State is currently up 2 on New Mexico with 4:08 left in the second half.
Come on.
And
New
then
Mexico.
Utah State, Colorado State is tonight. So, Northeast, I had Central Connecticut. I know they lost to St. Francis, PA.
St. Francis won it.
Yep. Anyone
had-
have St. Francis?
I had Central Connecticut too.
I had LAU.
I had LIU.
Yeah, same.
Ohio Valley? That one done?
Yeah, SIU Edwardsville won it.
Damn.
Really?
Yep, I had Tennessee State.
I had Little Rock.
I had SEMO.
SIUE.
Did you have
Did
it?
American win the?
Yep.
American did win the Patriot League.
Let's go.
Hold on. Will,
Also American.
Will
Shout
had
out
the-
America.
Hold on. Will, you had the Ohio Valley, right? You had SEMO?
I had S. Is that SIUE?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hold on. Oh, that's Josh's. That's why. I went too far. Yeah, so hold on. What seed were they, Will?
Well, I don't know. I just picked them.
Ohio Valley men's basketball. Because remember, Will, I'm scoring this off of what seed they were. That's how many points you get.
Oh well,
So it's
I don't
kind
know.
of a big deal depending on what seed they were. I'll have to. Oh, there it is. Men's
They were a
championship.
2
The
seed.
2 seed. 2 points for Will. Will takes a commanding 4-2 lead.
And then we all had American in the Patriot
Yep.
League.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Shout out America.
One more.
We're not taking L's. The SEC
I have-
still going.
I have
Florida
Tennessee.
for the record.
I have Florida too, for the record. Florida plays
Alright.
Auburn tomorrow.
I figured might as well
Josh-
just take the 4 seed in that. That was my thought process. Or though Florida was the 2, ended up being the 2 late. Never mind.
No, they're the 4
Josh,
seed.
who do you have?
The other 4?
Auburn.
I thought they were the 2.
I had Tennessee.
No, you're right. They were the 4th team in the country. You're right.
Tennessee looked good today.
Yeah, they did. Is
Yeah,
the
but
Southern
but
done?
Florida
Southern's
is
done.
Tennessee's
Well,
dead.
I actually watched that whole tournament. Wofford ended up winning that one.
Oh, really?
Nobody had Wofford, I'm sure, but
I had Chattanooga.
At Chattanooga.
I had Chattanooga as well.
Yeah, we all did.
McNeese State, I know, won the South one.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Them.
Shout out the Cowboys. Yo, did you guys see the video? Talking about McNeese. Have you guys seen the video of like their equipment guy and like McNeese State coming out?
Yeah.
Literally, that's the only reason I picked them, because of that video.
The same, dude. They're hyping me up for the tournament.
Yep.
Who won the Southwestern Athletic?
It's not done yet. Championships tomorrow.
Yep.
Who is it?
I don't know. ESPN sucks at this.
I got Southern.
I have Southern as well. I'm trying to find the bracket.
I think we all have Southern.
Here we go. It is.
The SWAC.
Oh, they haven't filled it out at all. Great. I don't know.
Eh.
The SWAC's website isn't outstanding.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's kind of hard to find these teams. I'm pretty good at finding them, but like even if
Who
you
won the
Google it,
Summit?
it doesn't come up.
Omaha won the summit.
Omaha.
Hell.
Let's go.
I had St. Thomas.
Omaha.
I had Omaha.
I had Omaha.
What seed were they? Do we know?
Cole, I'm trying to find the SWAC still.
Conference tournament results.
Omaha was the 1 seed.
They beat St. Thomas, Minnesota.
I had St.
Right.
Thomas. St. Thomas's whole roster is guys from Wisconsin, so I had to pick St.
I heard about that. They had the most guys from Wisconsin on their roster. I had SDSU. Who won the Sun Belt?
Troy.
Damn.
I had
I
JMU.
had Troy.
I had South Bama.
Hell yeah.
So on the SWAC, it's Alabama State and Jackson State.
for the championship. I had Southern, so we all had Southern. So
Yeah, we
none of
all
us
had
were that
Southern.
one.
I got 3 points off that Troy, so I believe I take a commanding lead at 5.
Did anybody have the Zags for West Coast?
I
one?
did.
I
I
had
did.
St. Mary's.
I'd say Mary's because
Yeah.
one of you told me Zags were horrible this year, so I went
Zags are
St. Mary's.
I picked the Zags, and they were the 2 seed, so I take a commanding 7 points.
I would not
The
leave.
WAC championship takes place tonight. Or no, tomorrow. Never mind.
Who's in that?
Those games probably aren't done yet. Just guessing by the West Coast, but
Oh, I thought you said it took place tonight, tomorrow.
no, it takes place tomorrow.
Well-
Utah Valley is playing Seattle. California Baptist is playing Grand Canyon tonight.
Heck
I
yeah,
got
I got
Grand
Grand Canyon too. So
No,
Cole's gonna
no,
win.
It's Grand Canyon versus UT Arlington in the championship.
Shout
I'll
out
say
Grand
this. I
So
would
Cole
like
has the
to-
lead, but there's a couple games going.
I think that Cooper Cup injury really opens up this tournament. I'd like to bring that up.
The Cooper flag.
Don't be
I know you're
that,
thinking. I know you're thinking about
Oh my
Seattle, but
Yeah.
you mean Cooper
Oh
flag, and it's an
Yeah,
ankle.
Cooper flag.
I think he'll be all right. For the
Well, I'm not
ACC for
saying he
sure.
doesn't play, but he's not going to be 100% healthy, which is why I think it opens things up.
But he's
They'll be
probably
fine. They have Con.
weekend, and I don't see them losing before then.
They have Con too. He can.
My upset special, I'm going to tell you it right now, and I don't know why I go to this well, but I feel like Kansas is going to get an 8 seed, and I feel like whoever gets that 1 seed is losing to Kansas. And it doesn't make sense to me because Kansas has played well this year, but for some reason, I just feel like Kansas is going to win.
Rock chalk, baby.
Bill Self
As long as it's not Auburn.
Rock chalk, baby.
I'm just so glad Cole said that the Cooper flag injury opens up the tournament because my hot take stands potentially correct.
No, he said Cooper Cup.
He
I did say Cooper Cup's injury, which, to be fair, that's probably more than likely coming this year too.
that's
so.
a premonition for
That's-
sure.
Yeah,
This is
probably coming as well. So I'm not.
that's how you know
I don't think
football
I'm too
season's
far
on the
off base.
horizon. Pessimistic Cole's back.
You guys got anything else on Champ Week you want to talk about so far that's going on? I mean, Wisconsin hitting 19 threes was kind of dope today.
I mean,
Big Ten tournament record.
We also
Well, I
have
think
to
that's
we also have
correct.
to announce what we're doing on Sunday too. So our
Oh yeah,
50
so
followers can-
thank you, Will. We are gonna go live on Sunday for the first time. Bear with us. I guess I should say bear with me because I'm gonna be the one that's setting it all up. We use StreamYard. I believe I have found a way to let us go live from StreamYard, but also on Facebook and YouTube. Josh will more than likely be coming to my house on Sunday, hopefully, and we will have someone, I'm not going to say moderating the chat, but interacting with the chat if there is one. But either way, we're excited to try this. Bear with us. Feel free to come in and comment.
Yeah, hell yeah. We want people in the chat
we
for
will,
sure.
We will for sure be interacting with chat. No doubt about it, whether that's Facebook or YouTube. We will 100% be interacting with everybody and anyone that wants to come in, say hi. Something I haven't been saying at the end of these podcasts that we kind of actually would like people to do, and now that we're actually a good 2 months into this now, boys?
Probably.
February? It's been a little over, at least over a month.
And
If you guys could go,
championship.
Yeah.
week for NFL.
yeah, it was, champion the week before conference championship weekend.
So
Um,
the brackets are going to be announced tomorrow at 5 Central.
Sunday.
I meant Sunday. Yeah, I meant Sunday.
So yeah, we will be going live at 5. The tentative plan for that is we're gonna go live. We are going to see the bracket with you guys as it goes. We'll have to work out some timing issues. Some of us will probably see things a little beforehand. Hopefully we can kind of try and sync things up between each other as best we can. I don't know how exactly we'll figure all that out, but we'll figure something out to where we can make it not. Yeah, we can use the chat. We'll figure things out. We are going to do that, and then we will talk a little bit after the selection show. The selection show usually goes like 2 to 3 hours long. We will stay around until the full bracket is revealed. We are not going to stay around and live react to Seth Davis talking about who he thinks is coming out of the East region. We are going to literally just see the bracket, give our own reaction. We should be live for probably a good 2.5 to 3 hours on Saturday or Sunday. We'll see how it all goes.
It'll be a good
Appreciate if
time.
you'll join us. Now that we've been doing this for about 2 months, we'd really appreciate if you went onto our Facebook and dropped a review, preferably
Like
a
and
5-star one. Like,
subscribe.
subscribe.
Keywords.
Anything
Leave a
else from
message.
YouTube, just give it. I don't care if you put 5 stars and say cool in the description. Anything helps us. Like, just, do what you can. Hit that like button. Also, next week, we are going to, for sure, Friday and Saturday, do live reaction pods. This is news to the other 3 guys on this chat, but on Friday night, we will have at least one new guest, for sure. Our buddy Jake
Breaking news.
is going to be on. Breaking news. I'm actually
Miller?
Yes, I'm actually going to be at his house on
Oh.
Friday night.
There's a chance I'm there too. So
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna get the word out to the rest of the gang this week, but we might have our first pretty much all live podcasts from there on Friday night. If Will can find a way to get up to Fond du Lac on
Fond du
Friday
Lac.
night, we could do our first annual live Tavern Takes podcast.
We'll see.
I plan
I'll
on
talk
going
to the wife.
live. I plan on going live on Thursday. Thursday's pod will be probably at about, I want to start it at about 8 o'clock if there's no Marquette, Wisconsin at that time. So look for that pod to drop late Thursday night. Look for Friday's pod to probably drop late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Saturday's pod, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Sunday's pod, late Sunday night. I plan on doing 5 podcasts starting on Sunday for this next week. We are going to recap every day, whether that is me sitting here rambling myself or a plethora of different guests. So tune in this week. We're going to have a crap ton of content. Before we get out of here, anything else you guys want to add to what I just said? I know this week is kind of different from what we usually do, so if I missed anything else you guys want to say?
It's going to be a fun week. You're going to want to be here when Robert Morris defeats Wisconsin.
To see.
When
Wonderful.
Steve Lavin beats Marquette in the first round, I want you all to remember. I want you to
watching me and Cole win $50 on Sawyer in the first round is going to be.
I can't wait to be $25, Richard.
I can't wait for
50
Florida to be the 1 seed that loses this year.
We won't be because Florida's not going to be a 1 seed. I think we're going to be a. I don't know if they'll. I hope they win tomorrow.
They are a 1 seed.
If they win,
I don't think they even need to win tomorrow to be a 1 seed.
We'll see.
They won at Alabama and they beat Tennessee. They split with Tennessee. And they won at Auburn.
And they beat
Yeah.
Auburn.
Florida's I can almost guarantee you a 1 seed.
So you feel great about your bet.
I do. 1 seeds don't mean shit. That's Virginia.
You heard it here first. We're not Virginia.
Virginia didn't think they were Virginia until they lost to UMBC. So
But Virginia did it multiple times. They I feel like it
they
was
did it one time.
not as a 1 seed, but they're known as chokers.
I mean, they won a national title.
Once.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Virginia's known.
They got hot one
okay.
year.
So they lost that 4-13 game where that crazy Kevin Harlan call, but other than that, I wouldn't call Virginia known chokers.
So they lost that 4-13 game,
They're no,
then they lost.
they're no
then,
Kentucky.
Then they
They're no
lost that,
Kentucky.
and then they lost as a 1 seed. So I mean that's 2 times.
Well, the 1 seed came prior to the 4 seed thing. That came a couple of years after.
Either
That
way,
was
it
in
happened twice.
21. Anyway, all right. Well, let's wrap this up. Sawyer, where can they find you? Also, hold on, before we end this, I would like to give a real quick shout out to Sawyer and one-time guest
For
Beaker. Sawyer's coach, a assistant coach at for varsity boys basketball at Lamira, and also head JV 1 or 2.
2.
A greatest
Maybe 2
example
head
for the
coach.
youth.
Yeah.
At
Community
Lamira,
Builder of
Lamira lost their best player and arguably one of the top 20
Rotation
players
guy.
in the state.
I thought
Brusky's
you
not
were
rotating.
talking about our other injuries.
No. I was talking
never
about
mind.
Brusky.
Talk about fighting
shout out you
adversity
and-
this year.
I was going to shout out you and Dan for the hell of a job you guys did to even get to the sectional semis this year without
First time in what, 24 years?
25, yeah.
25?
Yeah, and that's literally without their best player, who is also coming back next year and is probably a top 20 player in the state of Wisconsin.
At least.
At least, yes.
So
shout out Lamira.
He's very good. He's very good.
Also, shout out our buddy Beekert.
He's still alive.
At
That's why he's not on.
Yeah, he's
he's
still alive in the old WI. I mean, it's division like 12, but still shout out Beekert.
There's like 100 people that go to that high school, but shout out Beaker.
Shout out Beekert.
They'll be
They
playing
are
it
alive,
in the
man.
sectional
Yeah,
final
where none
tomorrow.
of the kids are deaf for the first time.
This is the first game Beeker's
Hey, I
team
love
is
you,
playing,
Beekert.
where the other team is not physically impaired. No, I'm just kidding, but
Hey, shout out to the
Shout out
Oaks.
him.
They were 20-7, 13-1 in conference, man.
They're very good.
yeah, no, they
We
were
went
good.
5-0
This year.
against
They
that
are good.
conference
We
this year.
joke.
Head to head, Lamira beat him though. So
So did WLA. Also, we'll get to that in a second because that's how I want to end my last closeout. But
You already said multiple times you were going to end this.
I know I keep changing it. But dude, shout out Beaker. They got a chance to get to state tomorrow, so that's cool. Shout out the Oaks. One last thing, my cousin junior at WLA, conference player of the year in the flyway. Kid's a menace. If he was about 3 inches taller, he could maybe play Division II basketball, but he's 5'9".
He could play.
So he took all the talent in the family.
He did. No, he did.
He's legit.
He's-
Well deserved.
He literally will. He hit 1,000 points like midway through the year this year as a junior. I don't think I
Unfortunately,
scored
won't win
10.
it as a senior, but what you gonna do?
I don't think I scored 10 points my entire WLA high school basketball career.
Makes
I'll
two
give him
of
that
us.
was 1 year. All right. Sawyer, where can they find you?
Sawyer Huff 1, all platforms. That's where I am.
Will,
Uncle Poppy 26, you know what it is.
Josh.
Robo39, everything.
All right. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see y'all on Sunday.
See you.